And he kept talking to me, and he said, you know, Greg, there's a lot of unsaved people in that city. He says, I know that there's a lot going to church, but boy, there's a lot who don't know Jesus as a personal Savior. He says, you know, why don't you go there? Because this is an opportunity for you to share the gospel as best you can with people who have never heard about a personal relationship with Jesus. And so I really think that would be good. And I listened to him, and I went to that city, we drove back to that city with him. We drove around, talked to a couple people, and you know what I liked? I liked him. I liked him. There wasn't a thing to do that was attractive. But boy, I liked Hildreth. I used to call him Hildy when he wasn't around. And I thought, wow, this is something else. Hey, what a great guy. You know, he never asked me what I was going to do. He never asked me what my plans were or you know, my strategy. Never brought that up. He just asked me about me, how I was feeling, and about how my relationship with God was. And my gosh, this guy would praise Jesus all the time, 24/7. It was embarrassing, to tell you the truth. All the time. You'd be in a store, you know, and somebody would say, praise Jesus. Like, oh. Really? You know, that's how it was. We went to a Christmas concert one time, and out of Maine, so you know it was nice. And you know, a whole bunch of friends, we all went with him, and we sat like right here. And then they brought in this opera singer from the Met, and at that time she had a name people knew, and I don't have a clue who she was now. Anyway, so her grand finale is "Oh Holy Night," right? She's singing away. What does Hildy do? Fall on! He's singing with her like a duet. And I'm like, oh no, this is so embarrassing, so embarrassing. I just wanted to get away. I loved that guy with all my heart. I loved him, loved him, loved him. You know, he never really did anything magnificent. He never really built anything. He never sent anything off into space. But my gosh, that guy knew how to love people. I remember one night on a Saturday night, I was in my church at a storefront, you know, just like a storefront, literally a storefront on a street, a busy street. And I was in that church just praying away on a Saturday night like I like to do. And this is about 11:30 at night. Knock, 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 knock on the glass door. Scares me to death, right? Because you always think somebody's going to come and shoot you through the glasses. You can't see out, they can see in. And I looked through the big glass door, because that's how storefronts are, and it was him. Well, Hildy, what are you doing here? You know, and I opened the door. He says, man, I didn't know I'd find you here. I came down to pray for your church tonight. I thought, you've got to be kidding. You came, he lived an hour and 40 minutes away from me. And he drove down to pray in that church for me and our little congregation. And there he was. Oh, man, that broke my heart. That just broke my heart. And I began to see, and if you guys can begin to see, it's not what people do. It's not the things they accomplish. It's who they are on the inside. You can tell somebody who's right with God because they're always bringing you closer to Jesus. They're always bringing you closer to Jesus. When you find people, and this church is filled with them, when you find people who are bringing you closer to Jesus, now you're getting your why. Now you're getting your who lined up and set in stone. You're getting your starting block ready. That's the value. That's the power. You know, if you know who you are, your do is going to be more powerful than you could ever imagine if you start it right. If you know why you're doing it, what happens is going to blow you away. It's going to blow you away. Get that right with God. Get that right. Don't worry about the other stuff. The other stuff God brings to you. God brings to it. You use your effort for the why. You use your effort for the who you are. And God will bless you with the other things.